Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my course. This is Java course for complete beginners, and this is part number 7. We're going to learn how to get input from users, so let's get straight into it. So here we've skipped the normal steps we were doing every single tutorial. We'll start here in our main method by typing scanner input just like that. Yes, you will notice here that Eclipse have prompted an error for you, and if you click that, it will say import scanner.java. The error is here because Eclipse doesn't know what you're talking about. He doesn't know what's the meaning of scanner. You just declare the variable called input and as type of scanner, but simply Eclipse right here doesn't know what is scanner. So this is basically because you have not imported the scanner class, so you can just click import scanner java.util and notice that the input error has gone away. There's also a handy shortcut for this, which is called simply Control Shift and O, which stands for auto organizing, I think. So that's it. This is how you make the error gone away. So basically we're doing here just declaring a variable called input of a name scanners. What is scanner? It's the class responsible for getting input from user. So after here you can type new scanner open parentheses and type system dot in. So basically what we have done now, we've just initialized an object, and we'll get to know what's the meaning of object and the difference between an object and a class in future tutorials. This object or this variable refers to this object. We've assigning this value to it. What is this value? The new keyword here is used for executing constructor. We're going to discuss what's the meaning of constructor in the future tutorials, but just practice. If we want to get input from user, we have to type this line in here and pass system.in, which is a predefined method in Java between those parentheses. So we also want to know what's the type of the input we are willing to get from the user. So if we want to get a simple string input from him, we must store that string in a string variable as usual. So just declare a string variable here and call that input text and assign that to input, which is the object or the variable we've just initialized here, and type dot. You will get here a few number of methods which is inherited by default. So as you can see here, next line, it does what is it does say. So it gets the next line from the user and store that input, store that all that crap in this variable. So up in here we can just prompt the user to enter some data. This is how the print line and type enter some text. So basically the user here will get this prompting message, enter some text, and the program will wait for him to enter some text. Actually this text will be stored in here. So after that we can make this out. The text you entered is, make space and concatenate this with input text. I use control space for autocomplete if you just forgot. So if we click run application, we get the same as we have estimated. Enter some text, and if I entered hello world, I love Java, and click return. So actually we've just hit return, not click. The text you've entered is hello world. This is our input value appearing from this input input text. This string variable holds that information, and they are concatenated with those text in here. So this is basically the simple way to get input from user. If we wanted to just enter some numbers, if we type 20, like 23, 24, 2 and hit that, yes, it will also appear in here because it will deal with numbers as text. But if we wanted to enter some numbers or integers to be specified and deal with that as numbers, we can just use another method in here, autocomplete, and there is a method for that which is called, if we, yes, next int. But the next int is returning an integer, so we have to change that for int and rename that to input text. Actually, you don't have to rename, but it's a good practice to make a clear name which shows you what's inside this variable. So we can just make input int. The reason you get in here because you're concatenating input text, and Eclipse doesn't know what is input text. We've just changed that, so we can just make input int, and errors goes away. And here you can just make 23. Yes, the text you have entered, only the text, the int you have entered is 23 too. Yes. So this is basically how you get the input from user. There's also some method in here which, if you explore that yourself, next int, next line, next byte, next short, yes, those are some kinds of data which you can actually type. If you make an error while you've entered, so in here the machine is waiting for some integer to be entered by you, but if you click some text in here, you actually will get an error because java.util.input mismatch exception. Mismatch in here means that you've just entered some data type which is not prepared to store. So that's it, guys, for this tutorial. I hope you've understand me well. If you have any questions, just put your comment in the down section below and I will answer that. Yes, if you like this course or this tutorial to be specified, just hit like and please subscribe for future tutorials, and maybe there will be an announcement in the next tutorial, so stay tuned for it. So until next time, happy coding. Peace.